Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Misty Meta Mastermind. This is Side Income Dan.
This is your only one and only Chanimal.
Hey everyone, this is Migs here.
All right, guys. So, in case this is your first time joining us, we are pretty much three friends that chose to invest into these funds by Yieldmax in order to get paid every single week. And what does that mean? That means we are invested in TSLY for Group A, PLTY and NVDY for Group B, CONY for Group C, and MSTY for Group D. There's four different pay schedules. And so that basically one of these funds pays us every single week of the year.
Hell yeah.
And so ultimately, we're here to kind of show you our journey through this. This is not financial advice. This is just sharing kind of what we're doing and what we found success with and, sometimes not success with or whatever. And in addition to us showing you kind of what we're doing, we also try to provide an estimate on how much a certain fund is going to pay the next Friday. Usually it's the next Friday. In this case, the next one that's going to pay is Tesla. They pay on the 11th, which is next Friday. And we're here to talk about our guesstimate and a little bit about Tesla, which is the underlying stock. So guys, we have two of our numbers that show up here. We got an IV estimate and we got the average estimate based on what they've paid historically. What are you guys' thoughts? Where are your guess at?
I am guessing more towards the average, 45, possibly even slightly more.
Okay, okay.
From what I see, I think the implied volatility was a little bit higher due to all those events like Robotaxi, uh, the first Model Y delivering by itself from Giga Texas to a customer, the feud between Elon and DJT.
This is true.
So, yeah.
But still continuous feud or mama and papa drama, right?
Correct.
I feel like they need that feud to keep Tesla in the news or something. And some of this seems a little far-fetched. It seems
Because
somebody's asking for some kind of drama or something. It just seems
if you think about it, it's basically the same week right before Tesla again, just like last month.
yeah, it's
Coincidence?
I don't know. For my estimate, I'm gonna say the lower. For me, I feel it. I don't know.
The 36,
I say about 39. Mm,
39.
Right.
Okay, okay. I'm going to stick with that 45 that we see there. I think that that's probably a good place for us to be. Why do I say that? Because we really only made about 11 cents per share, but I know that they really sandbagged the payment last month, so they got some money in their pocket. So I think they can use some of that to get us over to the 45 cents per share. So yeah, I'll stick with 45.
I mean, that's pretty much kind of not too bad because they don't really want to do NAV erosion on the price stock too.
That's right. The NAV erosion has already happened with with that argument, right? I mean, that's that killed it. We were up at what, close to $9 before they started arguing again?
Yeah, a little over 9.
We had a little momentum going after that Robotaxi. I thought we were gonna keep climbing, but yeah, it's unfortunate. That's stupid. A little,
And it was out of nowhere. It was just like, why is everything red now?
Yeah, yeah, it was crazy. I mean, I don't know. I think Elon needs to get out of politics now. Like the companies are hurting a little too hard. He's got to stop.
I thought he said he was gonna stick out of it.
Yeah, now he created a new political party, like the American Party. Like, dude needs to calm down. Like, he can't take an L.
I don't know. I guess right. So when you have all the money in the world, it's like what else gets you hard, I guess. Obviously it's not money anymore. So it's for him, it's he has to find these things to, continuously challenge him. I feel like he needs that high. He needs
Yeah.
something new that no one else can touch or handle, right?
I mean, I guess so, right? I guess I can see that for sure.
Hmm.
He's so driven by ambition that
A challenge.
it has to like, yeah, a new challenge has to come about.
Something, yeah. I don't know. It's just
Don't
my
worry, I'll ask him.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Please do.
I'll ask.
Let us know.
you tell him to tone it down for a bit. Just I mean, at least let us get some good positions first.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
we'll
gonna
use
tell
this
him.
as a buying opportunity, guys.
I'm gonna tell the that C shift needs a raise.
Yeah, man, this is I don't know. Like I said, I think he needs to stay out of politics. I don't know. I don't think that he would do well in that space.
Do you guys think the board is telling him anything at all, or do you think they're all just like can't stand up against him at all, like scared to say anything?
Yeah, I don't think they'll have the guts to say anything to him.
Yeah. Right.
I agree.
Unfortunate, man. When he's on it, right?
Absolutely. And that's the thing, like he's such a brilliant person. Like go put that genius back into your companies. Get going that way.
I did hear that what was it? There was like his ex-wife or something that came out and said like Elon is actually a very emotional person. I don't know if you guys heard about
No, but I'm not surprised. I mean that autism, right? Like I feel
that.
like him being in this like fight, this constant fight
Right? I mean,
with DJT, like that's just some autism shit of like, oh
yeah,
no, I can't get over this.
that shows, right? The little tantrums and stuff, like kind of babyish. Like he is
Yeah,
emotional, I bet.
yeah, I think so.
No, you.
No, you take back. No, you take back. But yeah, that implied volatility seems pretty good though, 58%. I mean, it's not great, but
Better than MSTR.
yeah.
Yeah, this is good. I mean, obviously, it's because we saw that big jump up after Robotaxi
Hmm.
and then the big jump down after the argument. So yeah, volatility's been pretty good. I mean, they're probably in positions right now that are going to pay pretty good, going into next week and after that. Unfortunately, that's going to be for next payment. But something I wanted to bring up is they made money in their weeklies and they made money in the synthetic. So overall, this was a win. Like
Nice.
it wasn't a lot of loss.
Hmm.
So I think we should take that and kind of be happy about it. Like, and look at this. We can see where they lost all that money on the weeklies. Obviously they were doing really well, and then they lost like $38 million in just 1 week.
She,
Yeah. So,
Damn.
so actually, now that I think about that, now that we bring that up, I almost want to go higher. Because remember, what Jay from Yieldmax has said in the past is that they have to pay whatever they made. And so that would mean that they're going to pay, I was trying to reach into the chart, but they're going to pay everything that's positive. They're going to
mm,
turn that into income per share, and that'll be what they actually pay. And then if this exceeds that, which we know it doesn't, or else these numbers would be negative,
mm,
then so what we'll get is we'll get a payment that like has a high percentage of return of capital.
Oh, I didn't know
Uh,
that.
yeah, so now that I think about it, I actually think they'll probably pay more than that. Like they might pay maybe 50 cents, 55 cents.
sweet.
Yeah, yeah. I kind of glad we brought that up because
Nice.
look at that.
Take it, take it to the bank.
Yeah. Actually, that's super interesting. Maybe I should bring that as another line item in here where we can just say like money made, like just money made. And that will not count like losses or anything. It'll just be positive values. So that way we can get a second estimate or yet another estimate on income per share.
Straight profits.
Yeah, yeah, there we go. Straight profit sounds pretty good. I don't know, we can
We,
call them profits, but
Yeah.
gross profits maybe? Gross income.
Hmm.
Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So I guess I'm changing my estimate to like 55.
wow.
Better you than me. I'm the Debbie Downer.
That's all good, man. And one of us has to be.
Must be that sickness.
Yeah,
Yeah, the channel is under the weather, so
indeed.
excuse me.
Let's see what else we have on the Tesla thing. Um, I mean, here's a couple dates of like big things that happened. Definitely the big one that you talked about already was Robotaxi, and then the fact that this Model Y here delivered itself to the customer's home. Like, I think that's pretty cool just to talk about like That's an achievement, man. That's huge.
Hmm.
Yep. And if you can watch it also on YouTube.
What? That's pretty
Pretty
cool.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So what? Like everything is inside the car, like the whatever is needed, I guess. Like even the little key cards go inside the car, or how do they go about it?
Yeah, everything was in there. But then like I think engineers were already waiting at with the customer.
Oh, okay, okay.
So yeah.
To go over it once it arrives or something.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
exactly.
That's cool. That's cool.
Did you guys see the video on YouTube of the Robotaxi and some people right first the first YouTubers are they're getting rides from the
Four
robot.
four
Yeah.
dollars and 20 cents.
Four
Yeah.
dollars?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I wonder. It wasn't very far, right? It was kind of a. I know they said there was a small area that was fenced
Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that $4.20 price tag though is really gonna start killing Uber.
yeah, well, I
Oh
mean, I
man.
haven't taken an Uber in a while, but what's their minimum? Like seven? Every time you hop in, it's got to be like $7, $8 now.
I don't know what the minimum is, but like obviously it's based on distance, how long you're gonna travel, time
Hmm.
of day, like how busy they are and all that. But something else I wanted to point out is you can't tip. Like you can't tip on the Robotaxi. There is a button that says tip, but if you click on it, it'll just be like, just kidding on a
Right.
different screen, and then it sends you back to the normal screen.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
Like it definitely has a pretty cool business model, and I also think that it helps their other businesses because naturally, if you buy a Tesla, you're probably going to want to robo-taxi it. So now you're bringing in robo-taxi money. And if you have a Tesla, you probably want to charge it, which means you probably want to get solar panels and a power wall. And so it's like
Whoops.
all their businesses kind of feed off of each other of you just buying that car. So I don't know. I think it's a very good business model. I think they've got a lot going for them, and there's definitely room for growth in Tesla.
Dude, I'm
Nice.
excited for the Robotaxi. I mean, just imagine taking it. It's just like no driver. I mean, I think that's the best part. I like, no
Yeah,
awkward drivers. You don't have to talk to them. You don't have to anything. You just, yeah,
just jump in.
jump in, drunk as fuck, and just, right? I think
Brings
it's
back memories or what?
not financial advice again. But
Yeah.
yeah, man, it sounds legit, man. I can't wait to try it out.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's cool. Now that you say that though, I would want some filters or some way to like cut people out because I'm gonna be like, oh no, if they're like 21 to like 26 or something and it's 10 at night, like I'm not taking them. Yeah.
Right?
If it's 2 in the
Yeah.
morning, definitely not taking them. They're gonna throw up all over my car. I don't want none of that.
Install a
That's the other thing.
breathalyzer.
So what if you pass out inside and like Robotaxi takes you to your house and then it's like
Right?
you're
Oh
out,
no.
right? And then it's like there's horns and stuff going off and inside and it's still not waiting.
Yeah.
Like you're a deadbeat by then and you're just wasted. Like what
Yeah.
what is I mean Robotaxi's gonna do? Drive you, keep driving you around?
Right? Just don't mind him. Like just sit in the other seats. Yeah.
Another 420.
Right?
Oh no no no! This is where Optimus comes out of the trunk, grabs your ass, and throws your ass to your yard, and then continues
Yeah.
route. That'll be crazy,
Take some J's while they're at it. No, I'm just kidding.
right?
But that's some cool stuff. Let's see. What about the big beautiful bill? Obviously that's going to have an impact since they're going to cut the EV like tax credit. That will definitely have an impact, I think, on Tesla. I don't think it'll be a huge one, but it'll be an impact.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like Tesla. some way just kind of, you know, cut their prices a little bit. I don't think they're gonna do the full way. They'll probably
Yeah.
take a hit, but other manufacturers will be hit harder because you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? Actually, speaking on that note, to bring it more into our sort of lives, all three of us have had Teslas, and like, let's be real, did the credit like matter to you? Like, would you have still bought it if the credit was there or not there? 'Cause-
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, makes
Good.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you get one, you don't.
You don't really
There's like nothing. Yeah, you don't want to let it go.
electric cars are the best daily drivers, man.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
hands down.
So I guess where I'm heading to is like if they take out the tax credit, like would you still buy another one in the future, or are you like, oh my God, the tax credit's gone, I'm not gonna buy one anymore?
No, that tax credit definitely. I mean, it's like another uh reason for you to buy one, but it's not the deciding factor by no means, in my
Yeah.
opinion.
You feel the same way, Migs?
Yep. Wouldn't affect me one bit. I still get another.
Yeah, same here. So I think, and obviously we're probably in a different place than I would say the average person, but I think that means a lot, right? That we don't actually care if there's a tax credit or not.
Yeah. It's not like other car manufacturing companies have any incentives like that too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
Right now, the based on price, I mean, like Toyota Prius is already like 50, 60 grand. Right? It's insane now. Now
Yeah.
electric is cheaper now. Teslas are cheaper. The less maintenance, so no maintenance and cheaper to own and operate. So I
Yeah,
think
very
if price
convenient.
point, yeah, like and Tesla's gonna be coming out with a cheaper model, right? If I'm wrong.
allegedly.
Uh,
And then you go back to Robotaxi where this thing is kind of making you money every now and then.
Oh, dude, that'd be a
It's
dream.
it's hard to beat at that point, I would say.
Yeah,
It's another passive income right there.
That's right. We're gonna use TSLY to buy a Tesla that's gonna go Robotaxi and make more money.
there you go. That's if
Not financial advice, but that's the play.
people aren't clicking on that title, then I don't know what's wrong with them.
That's gonna be the title, right?
Right? Yeah,
Use TSLY to buy a Tesla.
yeah.
Yeah. And then may you click.
Anything you guys think about Big Beautiful Bill? Is it that big? Is it that beautiful?
I don't know. I feel like it's not really gonna affect me much, good or bad.
I think it's gonna affect me a lot, actually. Like for, number one is they're gonna make what he had for established before in terms of tax brackets. That's
Mhm.
gonna become permanent, I think, till 2029 or something like that. Um, I don't remember the exact date, but the point is that we get lower tax brackets, so we're gonna be paying less in taxes. That's
Mhm,
awesome. And that's across the board. It's
mhm,
not like one bracket specifically, it's literally every bracket. So that's already a win. We live in California, which sucks, right? California's so
Yeah.
expensive, taxes are high. And I don't know if you guys remember, but there was like a salt tax in California that made it so that, or I don't know if it was California specific, but it made it so that you can only deduct $10,000 if you have a mortgage, right?
yeah,
So like that like interest and property
yeah,
tax,
Yeah.
all that stuff, it's you can only max out at $10,000.
mhm,
That's
yeah,
being removed and it's
mhm,
being scaled to 40,000. So I guess I should say it's not being removed, but now it's
Oh,
40,000.
down, yeah,
oh wow.
And so
yeah,
that's a huge bonus because at
real
least for
big,
me, I was capped out. Like I would hit that 10K for sure.
yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and so now I'll be able to deduct more on my taxes. So it definitely got an effect on me and obviously I'm focused on the money side of this. There's other benefits, I guess, that are out there, but since we are investors and we're talking about investing on this channel, I figured that was probably the biggest thing to bring up.
I think hourly, overtime hourly, right? Makes, I think this benefits you. I don't know
Well,
if you're doing
it's
overtime.
also capped at, I believe it was like 12K.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's
A
a tax
year.
deduction.
12K a year, right?
Yeah.
Uh, I
So
guess,
it's
yeah.
still a benefit.
It this yeah.
Yeah, not huge since 12K is like nothing for you.
I wish.
This guy, this guy's like, one week. I only get 1 week of deduction. Oh man. Dang, I didn't know there was a cap, but
Yeah. I
I
guess it's
was,
kind of like tax on tips. I think they put a 25K cap on that.
yeah.
Yeah, they also did that.
But it's raising the
By
limit up
5 trillion? 5 trillion, I
three
think.
3 trillion, right?
I heard it was five. I don't know.
Straight. I
I
think
guess
it's
3 to 5 then.
I thought it was like 5.5.
oh,
Yeah, I
five.
thought it was five.
Really?
Yeah. It was quite a bit.
Dang.
And you know what though? Unfortunately, I feel like it needs to happen. Like none of us want that. At least I don't want that. But I think it needs to happen because it's about being realistic, right? Like I don't think America can handle us like just stopping this train cold turkey. Like it would disrupt so many industries. It would disrupt the people of America so much that we would for sure see a huge crash. And so unfortunately, it has to be raised before it can be dropped. And I think that this is just a step, right? Like, I don't know if you guys have seen, but the tariffs have brought in so much money. I was looking at this chart the other day, but tariffs are already bringing in tons of money. And so the things that he's doing are slowly improving the economy, but it's one of those things where it's going to take time before we really see the effects. And so until that comes in, you unfortunately got to bite the bullet and increase his debt ceiling. Which, like I said, I'm not about it, but we live, they've got to be realistic. Can't just be hoping for like wins all the time. Honestly, I feel like that was the biggest difference between the Elon approach and then the Donald Trump approach. Is Elon was just like, fix it right now. And like Trump was like,
My,
we will, okay, but chill, like it can't be that fast. Like,
it's my money and I want it now.
yeah. So, like I said, like I don't think either one of them is wrong. I think they both have the same point of view. It's just a time difference, right? Like Elon wanted it done immediately, and I think
Impossible.
that's just not realistic.
Yeah, definitely not. And I feel like this whole, trying to bring manufacturing back. I mean, no one's gonna be able to bring anything back within 90 days. Come on, right? You can't build a factory in
Yeah,
90 days, right?
it's impossible.
So I feel like a lot of these companies are like kind of just sucking up to them, just tell them, hey, yeah, we're gonna invest, $500 billion within the next 4 years, right? To tell them like to keep them happy, to be on his good side. You know, after 4 years, a new administration comes in and they're like, never mind, it's open free trade now. There's no more tariff, because likely the next administration is going to remove that and we're going to go back to free trade or something. And the companies are just going to be like, okay, well, we don't have, let's abandon ship because, Trump's gone and, it will save more money by, manufacturing it in other countries, right? So.
They're gonna pull the reverse Uno
Yeah,
card.
I feel like they're just kind of telling him what he wants to know now, just to be on his good side, just to keep, as much as they can in their pocket until, you know, wait it out 4 years until Trump is gone and then be like, yeah, since we only, we haven't broke ground on it, let's just abandon it, go back to manufacturing in, China and India or whatever. So,
Yeah, I think that's extremely possible, right? Like, who wouldn't do that? Is where I would go with that. Is if someone already has an established source for everything they need, right? Your logistics are set up, everything's good to go. Why would you change that if you can push it for 4 years and then hopefully be good? I think that unfortunately, unless he can get something passed through the Senate, like probably most companies will go that route where they'll just tell him what he wants to hear and they'll just push it via delays, whatever it may be, right?
yeah.
Can't find the right company to build it, stuck in paperwork, getting permits, whatever it needs to be, to eat up 4 years.
Yep.
But so the money printers can come on. So what's it's gonna look good for our portfolio now.
No, tell me more about that, bro. Like, what'd you hear? I did not hear anything. This is exciting news.
Oh man. So, I mean, it's just a matter of time, I think. Just a matter of time. You know, I heard a really good someone had a really good quote, something about this is great for my portfolio, but bad for my country or something. I thought that was pretty spot on. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
I'll take that.
indeed. But then I would argue it's bad for every country. Like it's just bad for the world. Yeah. The fact that the world runs on the dollar, right? Means that whenever whatever happens to the dollar, it affects the whole world. That's why we gotta switch to Bitcoin, guys.
yeah, digital go.
Yeah, switch to Bitcoin. Everybody switches to Bitcoin and we're good.
It's not financial advice, guys.
But maybe go buy some Bitcoin. Suggestion, not advice, just throwing it out there.
Just in
Or some
case.
XRP. Yeah, just want to throw it out there too.
Some meta planet.
There you
Dang, Metaplanet has slowed down, by the way. What's going on with them?
think it's consolidating.
They gotta put more fuel in that thing.
It's it's because of that 555 million plan, whatever.
Hmm.
Because they have to sell their shares, right?
Right.
So that's it. Just keep them there.
Yeah, I mean they're going after the MSTR strategy, really. Dilute some shares to gain some money, buy some Bitcoin.
They're in
Yeah.
range since March, but yeah, if they can break out of, I mean, they're on the way, it looks like, but yeah, they're kind of range bound. I think it's just a matter of time.
Right.
Once BTC starts running, I think it'll come in with the storm.
And time is on our side.
Yes, it is. Okay. Well, usually we try to go after income proof, but since there was a holiday last week, we don't get paid until Monday. So we will show our income proof, I guess next week when we talk about PLTY, we'll show TSLY and we'll show MSTY payouts. That's all we
Woot.
have for the week, right?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for Monday. I'm excited finally get a full week of, open market. So I felt like last week we kind of got duped.
That's right. I got plenty of money
Half
waiting to be spent.
a day and a half, right? Because Friday wasn't open and Thursday was only a half day. So,
Yeah. We're ready to buy, guys.
Ready for those dips?
yep, I'm ready.
Cool. All right. Well, thanks everyone for watching. We'll catch you next week where we'll talk about PLTY and we'll give you our estimate for PLTY.
We'll see ya.
See you guys. Thank you for joining.
Peace.